Okay. And I believe we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome in today. All right. It is the 10th of January. I think we just sparked up live on Instagram now. All right. So today, what we're talking about, what we're talking about is if you wake up every 2 hours after falling asleep, your body isn't relaxing, it's bracing. Okay. If you wake up every 2 hours after falling asleep, your body's not relaxing, you're simply bracing. Now, why is that? Well, um, if you've just started experience insomnia, often, and you can fall asleep, but you can't stay asleep, and then you wake up about 2 hours later, and then you can't go back to sleep until about 4 or 5 in the morning, um, and you only get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep at night, and you're exhausted. I need you to hear this first. You're not broken. You are not broken. And you're not bad at sleep. You're in a pattern, a very specific pattern. And once you understand the pattern, you stop making it worse without even trying. Okay. And so here's what most people get wrong. And they think that the problem is I need to get the right supplement. I need to get the right ring. I need to get the right gadget, or I need the perfect routine. I need to sleep harder. But the real problem usually isn't that you don't know enough sleep tips. The real reason is this: your body is treating the night like a work shift, not a safe place to shut down. So you fall asleep, but your system never fully clocks out of that shift. 2 hours later, you have to clock back in, right? And the reason it feels so frustrating is because you're like, wait, I was just sleeping. Why didn't my body just wake me up? It's a very frustrating thing if you've experienced it. So your nervous system doesn't prioritize comfort. I need you to understand that as well. Your nervous system prioritizes safety. Okay. And if your system doesn't feel fully safe, it will stay half on duty the entire morning, the entire night, all the way into the morning. And that's the truth most people never get told. Okay. So that wake up every 2 hours later thing, that's often a nervous system safety check. It's just a check in. You fall asleep, but your system didn't fully stand down. It didn't really fully relax enough for you to get really deep restorative sleep. So it pops back online like a security guard doing its safety rounds. You up, everything okay? Any threats? Anything to solve? Anything that I need to be made aware of? That's what your nervous system is doing, rather than you standing down and allowing for deep restorative sleep. Now, if you respond with panic, if you're checking the clock, if you're doing clock checking, frustration, forcing sleep, scrolling, Googling symptoms, your brain is only learning one thing. I need you to take notes. Your brain is, it is equivalating. It is, if that's a word, it is seeing the nighttime when you're doing the frustration, when you're having frustration, you're forcing sleep, scrolling, Googling symptoms. Your brain is only learning one thing throughout the night, and that is that nighttime equals problem solving. Okay. And now you've taught your nervous system that waking up at night is important. Okay. This is literally what I teach in my nervous system sleep work. So you don't fix this by trying harder. Okay. You don't fix this by trying harder. You actually fix this by removing the emergency signal. Okay. Because sleep doesn't respond to effort, sleep responds to safety. Like I say, 100 million times, right? And safety responds to consistency. You doing this over, and over and over. So I say this a lot. Now, what do you do tonight when you actually do wake up and this response is happening, right? What do you do? Okay. Because time pressure becomes a gasoline that fuels the fire of you not getting deep restorative sleep. So the second you do see 2:17 in the morning, your brain starts calculating what do I need to do? If I sleep now, I'll get 3 hours. If I fall asleep at 4 a.m., I'm cooked. The math triggers more stress. And then that stress tells the body, stay awake. So what you do is you just cover the clock. Simple as that. You cover the clock. Okay. Not because clocks are evil, but because your brain turns time into a threat. And we want that guard. We want that security guard of the nervous system looking for threats. We want that to stand down and relax so you achieve deep sleep. Okay, the move number 2 is you want to go low stimulus. You want to dim the light. You want boring audio. You want comfortable position. No scrolling. Scrolling is like telling your nervous system, okay, it's okay to be awake. Let's shop for danger. Let's look out for dopamine. Let's look out for the big bad bear that we need to be afraid of or run from. That's what it's perpetuating. That's what it's keeping going, right? You want boring during this time. You want boring. Boring is safe. Okay. This is the best time to be boring. Okay. So you want to pick one boring anchor, an audiobook, a calm voice, low volume, documentaries you don't care about, a single repeated meditation track. Okay, this is what you do want. Okay, move number 3 is one sentence. You're going to say slowly, not like a mantra, like you're giving, some sort of like repeated mechanical sentence, but you want like a mantra, giving your body a memo. And you want to say to yourself, I'm safe even if I'm awake. My job is rest. I'm safe even if I'm awake. My job is rest. Okay. And notice what that sentence does. It removes the test. It removes the deadline. It removes the emergency. And it gives your nervous system a new job. Not sleep right now. Rest. Not sleep. Rest. Because rest is controllable. Sleep is not. I say that all the time. If you're trying to get more sleep, you probably won't get it. Okay. If you're trying to get anything in life, if you're trying to get something, if you're running after something, what does something usually do when you run after it? It runs away. Okay. And that's exactly what happens with sleep. So you don't want to get it. You want to attract it. You want to do the right thing so that sleep happens on its own, because sleep is a result. Okay. And that's controllable. I mean, that's not controllable. Rest is controllable, not sleep. And the moment your body stops chasing sleep, it'll finally find it again. Okay. So now, if you don't change this pattern, I want you to understand something. Here's what happens if you don't change this pattern. The wake up becomes predictable, which makes things scarier, right? Which makes you sleep lighter, which makes the wake up more likely. Then your bedtime starts earlier in the day. Then you start dreading the night at 3 a.m. You start guarding your energy. You start canceling plans. You start feeling like life is shrinking. And that's why I'm not treating this like a sleep tip. This is more than that. This is a nervous system pattern that quietly takes over your whole world. And the earlier you interrupt it, the easier it is to reverse. Okay. So with that said, if you want my 2-hour wake up protocol, exactly what I do between the wake up and the 4-hour without making it worse, comment reset, and I'll drop that. If this is you, don't shame yourself. Just understand this part of the process, and nervous system retraining will get you that deep restorative sleep that you've been asking for. Okay. Have a great weekend. I'm out. Rest well. And I'm out. Peace.